Hey guys, as you probably know if you're listening to this, we split this up into two parts, even though we recorded it as one part. So what you're hearing when we come in is us coming in from the commercial break. So there's not the usual intro stuff that we always do, but for those of you that love it, this is season 8, episode 840. I'm sorry, this is season 8, episode 44, episode number 300 and something. I don't have it in front of me, but there you go. All right. Without further ado, here is part 2 of our Real Weird crossover.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
Broadcast.
Will the Real Weird Sisters please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here. We're the Weird Sisters, we're the Real Weird Sisters. All you other Weird Sisters are fine, we're not the victors. Will the Real Weird Sisters please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up.
All right, we're back, and it is feedback time. Our first bit of feedback comes from upstairs in my house from my 6-year-old Alexander, who wrote us double-sided sticky note with 2 would you rather questions. The first one is, would you rather have a pet mouse or a pet cat?
Cat. Although I had
Cat.
both.
Cat.
Yeah, sorry. This one's easy.
I did have 4 mice as a child.
Really?
Four.
Yes.
Way.
When I was in
All
4th
at the same
grade.
time?
All at the same time. And then I also had in a separate cage a hamster. It was my brother's hamster, but then it became my hamster. So I had 4 mice and a hamster. And it was like kind of because what I would have really
Cool.
wanted was a cat. But like,
Right.
Consolation, yeah.
Yeah. And the mice were cool. And then like one by one, they kind of, eventually died. And I took them to the vet, and I remember like one of them, Sarah, she had cancer at one point. She had like this huge tumor.
Oh
And I had her operated on.
Oh,
but then,
wow.
unfortunately, it came back, and I don't know how I had money to do that, but
How old were you?
I was 10.
Oh.
Oh,
And you were the
Wow.
one making decisions?
I mean, yeah, I wasn't like driving myself to the vet, but
Right.
Shandy,
you
remember
were,
when
like-
put the mice in a backpack and like biked to the vet?
I know, it's kind of what I was picturing. It was
Was
very,
that
there?
like,
was cute.
very like,
Shandy,
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah,
you have some
that's
pets
so
that
now and then of
actually
you.
went to a farm? Remember that story?
okay, no. Here's the thing: when we did
Did the
finally
mice
have
go to the farm too?
no, like they died, and actually, I like had them euthanized when the time came. At least for one of them,
Poor
for
Sarah.
Sarah.
A very caring
I
mouse
love,
owner.
I love that you named a mouse Sarah. That's so cute.
That is cute.
What were the other names?
Kim. There was a Kim or Kimberly.
Aw.
Even better than
Okay.
Sarah.
Okay.
My best friend in 3rd grade, her name was Kimberly, and I didn't realize until just saying that out loud that that's probably where that came from.
Was there a Templeton?
No, there was a Speedy though.
Okay.
Referenced, of course, to Mr. Gonzalez. And what was the 4th one? Kim, Sarah, Speedy, something else. Poor 4th mouse. I can't remember your name. Oh.
Wow, must not have been as good as Kim and Sarah.
It was the more reserved of the 4.
Was it like Jessica or something?
I really can't remember. Shit, that's gonna bother me. I'll look in my I'll
Okay.
see if I wrote about it in my journals, but
Aw.
definitely go with the cat
What
there.
was the hamster's name?
Whew, we are testing Shandy's
Yeah.
middle-aged memory today.
I know.
Well,
Hamster, because I didn't
get
name
back
it.
to us on
So
that.
yeah.
Was it
Hamster, what
Della?
Or Jersey.
Mm.
You know I'm calling
No.
this episode "What Did Delaware?" Right?
Good.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I like when they're easily, laid out right in the first
Mhm.
5 minutes of the show
Totally.
And referenced throughout.
and reference throughout. Well, while you're thinking of that, Shandy, Alex's other. Wait, was this the one? Yes, his other question was: there's a theme here. Okay, he's 6. Would you rather be a mouse or be a cat? Nope, I'm
Cat.
sorry. Not it. That's not it. I misread it. It's written in pencil. He wrote it in the dark. Would you rather be a mouse or be a bear?
Oh,
Oh,
That
Bear.
changes everything.
Fair.
That's what I said too.
Yeah. I think bear, they live longer and they're not gonna get eaten.
they're
And
more
women
on the
wouldn't be
top of the food chain.
is
Yeah.
this a bear
Yeah,
in the
and-
wild or is this a bear in captivity? Like,
Ooh.
am
It's
I
a
a
bear.
kept? Am I a kept zoo bear?
I don't know. It's not specific.
Okay.
That does make a difference because that's just like so sad.
What if you
Yeah.
were a kept
Well, I was just
mouse that was
thinking
in a
my-
cage like
yeah,
Sarah?
my life
Also sad, I
expectancy in
know.
the zoo would probably be better.
Okay, let's just assume that these are all free mice and free bears.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in like a nice zoo that's like, you know,
So you're
has
just
a
like in
relatively
jail
large
though.
There are
habitat.
no nice zoos.
For your entire life, you're just in jail.
Yeah, but
Okay,
That's
but
like-
no any
let's-
different.
Yeah. Right. do
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know
but
anything?
instinctually you do. You know something's not right.
Yeah, well, I'd
I
rather
don't
be
know.
a bear.
I
and
imagine
then,
like a Winnie the Pooh style.
Aw.
yes. So and
No
and a positive, another positive is that
Deeper.
women wouldn't run away from us if they encountered us in the woods.
Exactly.
They would always pick us. Okay, moving on to. Well, I'm gonna close out all the extra Reddit
So
threads I have.
Alex
open.
can write all those words though.
Yeah, I mean, he still sounds a lot of things out. Like he
Amazing.
spelled mouse MAWS.
Okay.
Well, maybe he was talking about a squid's maw. That's something that we
Ah,
referenced.
no, he's still awake because he's scared of monsters in his room, and he read it to me because I was like, I'm looking at it, and I was like, why don't you read it to me? But no, I mean,
That's a good strategy. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I always go with. But he's picking up on it because he wants to learn how to read. So he'll sit there with like those 5-minute storybooks at night and like
Aw.
sound it out and go through it like on
Aw,
his
what a
own.
little dork.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty awesome actually.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
great.
wood is WOD. You is right. Rather is right. But I think that's because we've told him rather before. BA. Yeah. Like I mean, some of these are sight words, so he knows them. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Really
awesome.
good. He's also been doing like so Chick-fil-A has these spot it games, which are basically like it's like their version of Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, which is like cards that have similar things and you have to like
Oh,
be the
yeah.
first person to call it out. So Alex decided he wanted to make his own. So this morning he cut a whole bunch, he traced like circle cards from the cards that he had from there and made his own. He's been diligently drawing pictures on each one. And the theme is
Cute.
Texas. I don't know why Texas, but he's like, what does Texas have a lot of? And I was like, guns. And then I was like, but don't draw that. He's like, I
What
can
did-
draw that. That's easy. And I was like, but don't.
No,
don't.
what'd you go with instead?
He came up with
Footballs.
tumbleweeds.
Cattle.
He came tumbleweeds.
I was gonna say
No.
cattle. Yeah.
He has cows, horses, tumbleweeds, and there's another one I am blanking on. But he came up with a bunch on his own. And then
Cowboy
I was like,
boots.
what?
Nice.
Cowboy boots.
Oh, I should have told him that. He's still making them. So cowboy
Or cowboy
boots.
hats too.
Or cowboy hats. Also a good one.
Ah, yes. I also think he threw bananas on a couple because they're easy to draw.
Yeah, why not? Great.
Why not?
I mean,
Bananas
who
are
doesn't like a
everywhere.
banana. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone likes bananas.
Yeah.
It's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Anyway, okay. Moving into the facey back. Matt says, since it's reading related, I will second Amanda's recommendation of Butterfly in the Sky, a feel-good nostalgic doc that just reinforces the notion that LeVar Burton should be protected at all costs. But don't take our word for it.
So good. So good.
And then Matt also says, I recently finished the new seasons of We Are Lady Parts and Hacks, and both are highly recommended.
I didn't realize there was a new season of We Are Lady Parts.
Yeah,
That's
he's been
exciting.
trying to tell us. He's been saying it since Raleigh. Like he wanted to have a We Are Lady Parts like marathon, and yeah,
It's season 2?
season 2's out.
Okay. No, just making sure that I didn't like miss, I don't know, a couple of
a
seasons
season?
entirely. 'Cause it's
No,
been-
and Justin Noble, the co-creator of Sex Lives of College Girls, tweeted or Instagrammed that they're back on set filming.
Oh,
Good.
well, that's fun.
Very
Yeah.
exciting.
Well, I will second Matt's statement about Hacks. Season 3, I think, was the
So
best yet.
good.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And
So
I've
good.
just
I've got
gotten
2
into the show because
episodes left.
Martha recommended it to me. So I'm
Alice
not
has
quite done.
watched. She's watched all of it in like 2 days.
I'm not quite done
As
with
you
season
do.
3 yet, but it's so good.
You guys remind me what it's about, and we've talked about it before, but I can't remember.
So it's about a sort of like a Joan Rivers comedian. She's a has-been. She starts off the series very like a woman in a boys club, very non-politically correct, doesn't understand, blah, blah, blah. She ends up hiring a new writer to kind of bring her into the modern world. But the new writer is she's a bisexual woman, and she basically teaches her like throughout the series, like just different not tolerances, but like she kind of brings her more into the world, and they have a lot of hijinks and bumps along the way, and it's super fun show.
It's so funny. Like the
Okay.
premise didn't exactly hook me because
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but like whenever a show is kind of like about
like meta,
shows,
like, yeah.
it's not my favorite
Mhm.
premise.
Yeah.
But I actually really like it in this setting, and they do a really good job with it.
Well, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Colleen was gonna say this too, but like the young comedy writer also is like has a lot of things she doesn't know about either. So that's part of what makes her.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's also
There's
very
like a lot of, I mean, it's poking fun at like some of that stuff too, but
Yes,
like, in a very
she's-
aware way.
yeah.
Yeah,
You would
she's
like it, Sandy.
Yeah, she's basically your like young white liberal progressive who doesn't understand how the world actually works, and she's kind of
Right.
balancing her values with like how the
Real
world
life.
works.
Right,
real life.
exactly. she's like actually like really privileged and stuff herself too. So
Yeah, it's
Yes.
just really funny. And I will say, like, I wasn't immediately hooked. Like, it took me like probably a few episodes to really start to get into it. So if you watch it, just keep that in mind as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is it on?
It's on
HBO.
HBO.
Well,
God
Max.
damn it.
And it has Lorraine Newman's daughter is the younger comedy
Okay,
writer.
well, maybe I'll see it like next year or something when
And
I get
Being
HBO.
Smart of The Watchmen and other things
And
is
just about everything. Yeah.
everything.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny.
She's fantastic. And
Yeah.
the whole cast is amazing. Like
Megan
Heather really is
Salter.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like, I think that's what I like about like, as you move through the seasons, like the surrounding characters become more a part of the show. And it's just like
Yes.
such a solid, like ensemble. Like
It
every
is, yes.
character just like brings something really wonderful to the table.
Yeah, totally.
Yes. The plot in the third season with the agent and the woman who works for him. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, Jimmy and Kayla are my favorite.
Yeah.
Kayla.
I love
It
where
is-
how their relationship is
Yes.
like blossoming and like yeah.
Because I hated both of their relationship in the first season, but now I'm like, okay, this is really funny.
Well, and I will say,
Kayla's
like,
come a long way.
Yeah.
did not like. I haven't really been in like a sitcom mood lately, so I was kind
Yeah.
of like not super jazzed to start a sitcom. But I was like, I don't really have anything else to watch, so I'll just do this. And it's like definitely one of the best sitcoms I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I totally agree because it's made me laugh out loud like so many times.
It's so funny.
My favorite episode of the third season is the one that it's sort of like a bottle episode where it takes place in the woods.
Yes,
Oh,
that was
I just
so
watched that
good.
one like
Yes.
right before we were on
So
here.
good.
Do you watch all the like behind the episode things at the end of the episode?
I didn't watch
Sometimes.
them. I kind of thought I might watch those like after I finished the show or something.
You recommend that?
Yeah.
I've been watching all of them because it's like I watch enough like HBO programming that like I miss
Right.
that they don't do them quite so much anymore, and it's like I just think it's fun to sort of see inside like the writers' minds and sort of what they're thinking about like when they're crafting the stories. And that episode in particular, they had already like mapped out the whole season.
Oh wow.
And they went back and they were like, oh, we do just
Whoa.
want like a breather, like in between to sort of take away from like the main story arc and just like get these characters in a different space to just like, yeah. So it was very interesting to sort of hear
I'll have to check that
how
out.
that specific episode came into being and why it sort of exists where it does in the season.
Cool.
Okay, well maybe I'll go back and watch it. It's a spectacular season, and Helen Hunt is hilarious too.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, okay, yeah, I won't. I don't want to make hype it up too much for Shandy, but you
Right.
will love it. I think you
No,
will like
for
it.
real. Like I really did not. I mean, I went in thinking, okay, I don't have
Yeah,
anything
she
else
was
to watch.
very. It was very hard to get her to watch it
It was. You hardly had to persuade me at all.
this time.
Yeah. I mean, the premise just does not grab me. Like I don't know why, but that just does not sound like something that I would really enjoy. And I was very pleasantly surprised. Also, like, definitely this second season was better than the first season.
And the third season is better than
Is even better. Yeah, each
Agreed.
season improves.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go down to emails first. Does anybody want to read Brian's email?
I can read Brian's email, and actually, he also texted and wanted me to say hello to
Hello.
Hi, Brian.
everyone.
Hello.
So Brian's crossover email starts also by saying, "Hello, Alice, Amanda, Colleen, Martha, and Shandy." Look, he did that alphabetically.
Very nice.
This year's question first requires a story of our youngest daughter's first known use of profanity. This is why this email actually went to our spam originally.
Okay.
Interesting.
Here we go. This is the same kid who provided the peeing into the laundry basket while sleepwalking tale, if you remember that one. Indeed. I started to tell this story at the 2023 meetup, but Colleen asked me to write it in for the podcast. I suspect she just wanted me to shut my yapper at the time, and it has only taken 13 months and the expertise of multiple world-renowned therapists for my fragile psyche to heal from that smackdown.
Wait, this was from last year you started to tell this?
Yes.
Apparently.
And
Oh.
actually, at this year's meetup, he alluded to a story
Oh.
that, yes. Actually, no, he
gosh.
told me the story.
So the story of his daughter is from like several years ago.
Yeah.
1 year. Well, yes, several years ago. And he was going to tell it at last year's meetup.
Oh.
But
And was
Colleen
rejected
said,
by
"Shut
Colleen.
your yapper, Brian."
Yeah.
Colleen
Yeah,
said,
you're
write it into the
interfering.
podcast. And then he did it. And then, and then we
That
did
sounds,
talk about
that
this.
sounds like me.
I
to
should
be
start.
Save it for
I'll
the
start
show.
saying, yeah, I do love saying that to Alice when we're like kind of just horsing around before we record. I'm like, save it for the show.
Yeah, I say that to you all the time too.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. So on that note, here's the story which will lead to the question for you all. I was washing dishes while talking to Rebecca, who was 6 at the time, when I see in the reflection in the kitchen window in front of me that 3-year-old Michelle had opened the refrigerator. We used to keep a bunch of Trix yogurts on a shelf that they could go get for a snack at any time. Michelle got one out, the fridge door closed, and after a few beats, I hear from her, said with perfect inflection, "What the fuck?" My first thought was, now how the fuck does she know that word? As we were very careful around them. Our best guess was they heard it where all life lessons are learned, daycare. Somehow, and I will forever use this as evidence that I have some control over my reactions, I managed not to burst out laughing and slowly turned around to do a bit of parenting. As I'm turning around,
Good for you. I can't do that.
No, I laughter.
Yes.
As I'm turning around, I see that Rebecca's eyes are as big as dinner plates, which means she knows that word too, or at least knows that it's a bad one. When I was that age, I thought fart was the ultimate bad word.
The F word.
Yeah, the F word.
Yeah, the other F word.
I don't know. I had 3 older brothers. I did not think that fart was a bad word, and I definitely knew what fuck you meant. Anyway, Brian goes on. Anyway, I managed to keep a straight face and sternly told Michelle that if I heard her say that word again, she'd lose her stuffed animal buddies for a week. I then had to turn around quickly so she couldn't see me trying not to laugh, which would have cost me all my street cred. So, when did you first cuss in front of your parents and what happened? Colleen, have Zach or Alex busted out any good profanity bombs?
Oh, yes.
So I guess we can maybe address this question and then he has a different question afterwards. Or do you want me to just read the whole thing?
have not ever cussed in front of my parents.
There we
to
go.
my memory.
Yeah, I don't think I have either, and I don't plan
did
to.
accidentally say "God damn it" when I was playing a game. No, I don't think I said "God damn it." I'm not that. I don't think they'd carry that. Like they would carry equal weight to our parents. But
Well, Martha, you also did say to our mom, "Chill ass."
that's
No,
a
you did
really,
not.
really stupid story. That it makes Alice laugh way too hard.
Well, it was really
Okay,
stupid. I agree.
So
It was
back when we used to, back when I was like,
I think you were in 6th grade.
I was going to say 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Chillax was a thing people said. Chillax, like instead
Like
of
relax.
like
Mhm.
chill, relax,
yeah.
chillax. And I said that to our mom one day. I was like, "Oh, mom, chillax," and she was like, she was like, "I cannot believe you just said that to me," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "That was extremely rude, and I cannot like." And I was like, "Well, I just said," I was like, "What do you think I said?" Sorry, the cats are fighting.
Oh,
I said, "What do you think I said?" And she said, "You said chill ass." I said, "No, I didn't. First of all, that's not even a thing."
Hey, you've got a chill ass.
Yeah, or like, I guess they're like,
Chill your ass, kind of.
Like,
That
yeah.
almost sounds like a compliment.
Hey, mom, chill ass. Yeah. And I was like, "Mom, I said chillax." And I was like, "It's like relax." And she was like, "Well, I didn't like the tone you said." Like, she still kind of, she did not like think it was funny at all. Like, she kind of still thought it was rude. So yeah, but I do remember playing a card game one time with our family, and I said "damn it," but I don't think anybody reacted. So, but I was like
oh my god.
26 at the time, so
It was
Was
last
I
year.
there?
It was
Yeah.
last week. Like whatever.
my
No
my
big deal.
college roommate and best friend said "fuck" playing a game one time in front of our parents, and I was like, "Vicky," and she was like, afterwards, she's like, "Oh, I can't believe I did that." And my parents
It's
didn't
really not
react.
that big of a deal. I don't know. Our parents are
Yeah.
just weird. It's like a code switching thing. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they don't cuss it's in front of us. Our dad does cuss sometimes, but only
Right.
secretly.
Okay. I gave my mom the finger behind her back when I was
Got her.
in 5th grade, and then she turned around and saw it, and then I was punished.
Yeah.
It was like across the room, and then I got punished. That sucked.
Were you doing it like because you were mad at her, or were you doing it just to like?
Yeah, she like
Okay.
was yelling at me about something.
Okay, it's not like you were like seeing if you could get away with doing it, just like
No.
because sometimes 8th graders do that just to be like, haha, I'm flipping you off,
Yeah.
Mm.
No, it wasn't that. I can't remember the first time I cursed like as an adult in front of them. But I do know when I had the copperhead in my garage, I 100% was like, "There's a fucking copperhead in my fucking garage."
Yeah, to
Nobody
be
batted
fair,
an
I
eye.
think
I felt like
I don't
it was
think I'd be
appropriate
thinking about code switching in that moment either.
My dad's reaction was really cool. Take a picture.
That would be our mom.
We didn't
Ooh.
growing up like we did not swear in the house. I definitely
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't
swear in front of my parents.
Yeah.
But as an adult, like, and actually as an adult, the weird thing is my mom not like swears in front of us now. She has
Cool.
chillaxed.
She's
She has
chill ass.
Did you
Oh,
say,
did
"Hey,
she-
mom, chill ass"?
Did you say, "Oh, you mom, you have a chill ass"?
Well, I could see why our mom would be kind of mad at you if, like, I mean, I think you did kind of say it. I remember she
I
was
probably
like,
was being kind of,
it was
annoying.
kind of like rude, like the way
"Oh,
you said
mom,
it.
chillax,"
'Cause I think she was like, kind of telling you to do something and you didn't
Right.
really want.
I
her-
think she was probably
you
telling me
didn't
to
want
chill or to clean my room, and I was like, "Oh, chill ass, it'll get done later," or something. Oh my god.
Either you just did say chill ass just now.
You definitely
or-
did just say
that was
chill
just
ass.
chill ass.
No, I'm
I
saying
can
it's the way
understand
she
why your
heard
mom.
Oh, chill ass,
This
mom.
whole time I've actually been gaslighting my mom, and I did say chill ass.
It was
Big
funny, and I'm
social
actually
experiment.
pretty sure that it happened when we were in Missoula for that wedding. It was after my senior year of high school. I'm pretty sure we were in the hotel when that happened.
Really? I feel like
Yeah.
I picture it being in our parents' bedroom, but
No, I picture it on that trip.
So go to Missoula and just
Yeah, exactly.
see what happens.
Chill your ass out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Amanda, what about
what's
you?
the rest? Yeah. Oh yeah, Amanda.
I truly don't know. I mean, we always joke that my dad is like the dad from A Christmas Story, which is like long strings of profanity at like inanimate objects that have done him wrong in some way.
That's what our dad does cuss, yeah.
So like, yeah, I feel like it was probably a very sort of natural progression to like comfortably.
A little more normal than our family.
Yeah, I
in
feel
other
like it was a
words.
little more normalized. So I can't like pinpoint like, not that I go out of my way to like swear in front of my parents. Being a parent now, I do try and be a little better about my language, but yeah, I don't ever remember it being like a big taboo thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
My
that's
mom
what I mean. That sounds a more
hates
normal
that I
approach.
curse, but she puts up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her to chill ass.
So what about the boys playing?
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, they've just Zachary has he's let some words slip before. Even today in the car, I was saying how, because I've been helping with his class with their math preparation, because they have standardized tests, end of year testing this week. And I was like, oh my God, like everybody was like super wild today. Like so-and-so got into a fight with so-and-so pissed this person off by doing this. And like, I'm going through and he goes, okay, but why did blah, blah, blah piss somebody off? And I was like, Zach, I realized I said it first, but come on now, you're supposed to code switch here. And Alex
say
got in
that, like-
trouble for calling the, he says he has said the F word at school and he's gotten in trouble for, what do you call the art teacher? I think he was with a group of kids and they're like, we had to remove him from that situation, but like they were calling her like a bitch, and this she looks like she's 5, and when she told us, she was like almost in tears. She said it in front of him, almost in tears. She said, I just don't want him to like go down a path that he can't return from in middle school, hanging out with these people. I guess one of them called her a fucking bitch, but Alex did not. So, I mean, it was a big deal. We had to like, talk to the teachers and step in, and thankfully he knows now. That was when Jenny and Amanda have heard this story. Like he scared him straight. He was like, and what happens if you grow up and you kill someone because you're with somebody and you go to jail and you'll kill your mother if you do that? Do you want to make your mother cry?
Good on Jay.
So I mean, it was a night. But thankfully we have not had many incidents since then, except for the time that he and another friend got sent to the principal's office for punching each other in the nuts.
Oh, yeah. Boys will be boys.
Exactly. I feel like there is something about like boy development and like the curiosity of their own bodies that just feels like a bus stop on the road to growing up.
I went and I talked to the principal after that, like a month after it, though. I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, like with Alex and his incident with, we'll call him Ken. That's not his name. Say with Ken, like, and he was like, well, what are you talking
Interesting,
about? And I
since
was like,
the most famous Ken doesn't have those
yes,
parts.
doesn't. Well, that's why I went to it, actually. Thank you for same wavelength. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, and he was like, which incident are you talking about? I was like, they were punching each other in the penis. And I'm like, in the penis? And he goes, and he's just like, kindergartners are trying to figure out themselves. They're trying to figure out how to properly react with new people around them and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, so if I have a single incidence of two kids punching each other in the balls, then, that's one of the better incidents of my day. And I was like, okay.
He was like, ma'am, it was not the penis, it was the balls, but
he totally corrected me. I was like, okay.
wow.
So yeah, Alex doesn't take people's shit.
Apparently not.
Yes. He told us he got hit first, but then he told my mom 2 days later that he thought that the kid was going to hit him, so he struck first.
Huh.
I was like, awesome.
It does sound like Alex.
That does sound like Alex.
Get scrappy.
Yeah, he is scrappy. Okay. Anyway, what's the second half of Brian's question?
All right. So Brian continues, switching gears. Martha, seems you've had quite the experience teaching in Baltimore. What are some of your takeaways from your teaching years there? Alice, is the best part of Martha coming back to Montana the ability to record Real Weird Sisters while in the same time zone?
We did talk about that already, and yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Brian, how did you know? It's almost like we've talked about that on a patron cast recently.
I will quickly say that's not the best part of Martha coming back. That's the best part that has to do with the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. He does say, I assume there are additional perks to being near each other again.
Well,
looking forward to listening to the annual crossover episode. Will it again be a double, I wonder? Oh, that's right. We did usually do doubles.
We do, and I thought about that because then I wouldn't have to do the
Then you wouldn't have to do that?
No, she has
But
to do bloopers. That's
I have to do bloopers, but we are going to take another commercial break after this because we're running really long, and I don't want to spend the amount of time editing trying to get it down to.
Well, I'll
yeah.
make your editing easier because, Brian, I'm sorry if this is a cop-out answer, but I'm not done teaching and I'm not ready to answer that question yet because I will get emotional. So I will save that for another time, maybe a patron cast, maybe next year's broadcast.
It'll take a couple years before she's
Yeah,
able to talk about it.
It's a great question. No, it's not that I won't want to talk about it at all, but I just that's too big of a question to answer when I still have one day left of school. So
Yeah.
So Brian, shut your yapper, okay? Ask this question
Shut
again
down.
later.
It's okay because it's not the first time Brian's been shut down by one of us.
Yeah.
Brian does sign off, as always, your friendly neighborhood non-DP specialist, Brian Not Bright.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Brian, maybe put that question, submit it then next time you guys are soliciting.
Next year on the broadcast crossover.
Just,
Yeah, or it could be a
pin.
patron cast question as well. One of these days.
Why not both? Two
True.
different audiences.
True.
Yes.
Maybe he wants to make you cry twice. I don't know. Okay, but seriously, we're gonna do another break right here. Okay. Sorry, just throw that in.
Oh.
Look, I have a visitor.
Hello.
Vivian didn't come in. Hey, Vivs!
Oh, what a kitties.
Aww.
Amanda, you have a dog, right?
No, we
Oh.
currently have no pets.
Oh, okay. I'm
Our
sorry.
cat passed away a month ago,
Oh, I'm sorry.
3 weeks ago. I don't know.
I'm
What is
sorry.
time anymore? Hasn't been the best year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's
It
okay.
was like early mid-May, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Roberto.
It was a dark time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
Oh.
Captain.
Okay. We've got an email from Greg that has some fun shit in it.
Da-da-da. Greg, the crossover magic. Hello, Amanda, Martha, Shandy, Alice, and Colleen.
Ooh, another.
That's an
Another
interesting
variation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the choice of order. It's really kind of a mixed bag. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
What a mouthful.
Well, that's what she said.
Yeah. Hope this finds you all well. I think I missed sending in feedback the last few crossovers. Not bad. Life and all. Who knows? I had to rack my brains, plural, for some solid feedback for you all. First off, I found a pretty amusing list of dirty Harry Potter themed pickup lines. Reddit, of course, had some gold. There are a bunch to choose from.
And we will do that after this email is done.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hopefully you enjoy some of those. I'm going to go more serious for the second part here.
Ooh.
Yeah, buckle up. It's been 6 years, I think, since the first crossover, yet it feels like a lifetime ago. I truly believe the pandemic altered our perception of time. I agree. With that said, let's reflect back on your lives since then. Looking back, where has life taken you between now and then? I know some of you have had children, changed jobs, moved across the country, and more. These are big things. What are your personal highlights from the past 6 years? Whoa, that's a big time frame. Are you where you thought you'd be now? Ooh, big question. What was the biggest curveball life threw at you? Where do you want to be 6 years from now?
Whew.
You know, the little stuff. No, I added that part. You know, beyond still doing this crossover episode. What goals do you want to achieve? Any travel goals? Whatever you could look forward to. It doesn't have to be major. Small goals are important too. Looking forward to my favorite podcast crossover as usual. Hope it's been a great one. Peace.
Damn, Greg.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man.
I thought
Well-
Brian's question was big.
6 years is a good increment for this though, because I'm 6 years older than Martha, and then Shandy and you guys are 6 years older than me. So it's kind of like
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh.
for
true.
me,
It's
I
the
can
last
look
one.
and see
Wow.
6 years ago I was Martha's age, and in 6 years I'll be your guys' age.
Yeah.
So
And 6 years ago, you guys were Alice's age.
that's right.
And I was
Oh, mother.
24.
trucker.
Yeah, I
That's
was
right.
21.
Because we did this.
Wow.
It was for my maternity leave with Alex.
Right.
Wow.
Was that our first one or was that our second one?
I was our first one.
I think it was our
Okay.
first one. I think
Yeah, we
that's
did
where
it
the
when we
idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where the idea came from.
And we did 2 parts. And
But this is our
I
8th.
think.
Or no, this is the 8th season of the broadcast. Sorry, I saw
Yes.
8.3. So this is
So-
this is our 7th annual.
This
We
we are,
can never
yes.
figure out how that math works.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I'm really
bad
7th
at that too.
annual.
I think it is
We
our
could
Counting,
seventh
I
year.
guess,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, because that we did that. It was the end of January, and then it was. I think it was only 1 part, and it aired maybe, but it aired on. It was episode 2.9, and Alex was born on February 9th.
Mm.
Oh, that does make that easy to remember, doesn't it?
Yes, and I think it actually I finished editing it on my birthday, and then had set it to post that morning. So I believe it also came out on February 9th.
It's
No,
a busy day for you.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
2.29. Sorry, or 3.29 or something like that. Whatever it was, maybe it's 3.29. But anyway, yes, that was the thing. 2.29. Anyway, 6 years. Well, I got a 6-year-old, so that's cool. He likes to punch people in the dick, so that's cool.
Just
No,
one
not
person
the
that
dick,
one
the
time.
balls.
In the balls. Biggest curveball. Who had a big curveball?
I mean, like the pandemic was
COVID,
the biggest
right.
curveball.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the pandemic was one I didn't see coming, and I feel like it definitely changed a lot of things.
It
Um,
absolutely, changed me a lot. Like, because I'm such an
Yeah.
extrovert, and I was like shut in for a year, and that was not great for me.
Yeah, it was not a good
The-
time.
Yeah, the extroverts in your life were not okay.
You're an extrovert, Colleen. I would have never guessed.
yeah.
I know. I surprise people. I love surprising people all the time.
You're so quiet.
I know. I know. I'm just real good like that.
Well,
Um,
what is Auntie Anne?
Oh, she's an extrovert.
Yeah,
too,
I thought
100%.
so. But Uncle Lou?
He's an extrovert as well. So is
Okay.
my dad. My mom is an introvert.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
What about you guys? What do
Yeah,
you want
I
to be
think-
6 years from now?
I know. I always say, like, so when I started at my job, it was, I've been there for 8 years. And my coworker's kid at the time was like in 5th grade. And now she just graduated from high school. And
Oh my
that
God.
really weirds me out because I'm like, I don't feel like my life has changed that much in 8 years, but I've just seen an elementary schooler to a graduate from high school. So that really kind of puts it in perspective for me of like
Yes.
how much time has gone by. So like 6 years is most of that. I don't know. I feel like my life has been somewhat similar for the past 6 years because I'm at a different school now, but I have like basically the same job. And I guess we bought our house 5 years ago. So that was within the 6 years. That was a big moment. Other than that, not a whole
Wow.
lot.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. Gosh,
That's
I
a
feel
pretty
like
big
I'm
moment though.
yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm the total reverse of that. It's like I always think of the pandemic as like, this weird inflection point in my life. And I'm not, I had a kid, I got married, we moved. Like my life on the other end of the pandemic was completely different from
Yeah.
the beginning of it.
Right.
So yeah, it's like, and I never know, it's like how much of that was the pandemic and how much of that was just like, this was the phase of life I was sort of naturally
Right.
moving towards, you know, that like, would all of these things have happened this way, even if the pandemic didn't happen? You know, I like to kind of think of
Right.
like that fanfic of my life.
Right. But it's good that, like, you know, it's good. Like,
Yeah,
life
no, it's
moving
great. Yeah.
forward. Yeah.
No, my life is wonderful right now, you know.
Yes.
A few minor bumps in the road recently,
Yeah. I think
notwithstanding.
June Amanda is way happier than
June
May
Amanda's
Amanda.
having a great time. May, April Amanda, don't come for me. I don't want to know. She's buried under her bed somewhere, just sobbing. But June Amanda's here is having a good time. She's happy.
What about you, Shandy Pants? Since you are one of the 2 people here that have moved across country.
Yeah, didn't see that coming. And bought a house. I mean, that's like something that like I wanted to do. I mean, 6 years ago, I would have, if you would have told me you're going to have a big move in the next 6 years, I would have assumed that I had finally found a way back to Montana.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that, but that's okay. And kind of like Alice, like I'm actually still working for the same employer. Like I've had different roles in different locations, but so that's been kind of like continuous, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, in another 6 years we'll be 46.
Wow.
In another 6 years, we will have traveled to wherever to see an eclipse, okay?
Yeah, manifest that. Put that out there.
We
feel
are.
like 6 years
Yeah.
really goes by very quickly when you're an adult. Like,
Yes.
Well, time speeds up
Yeah.
from now until the end. So
Exactly.
buckle
Because
in.
every year is one, like shorter statistically in our life, which is nuts.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and also, but it's like those new experiences help you to feel like you're slowing down. So definitely do the traveling.
Yes.
I hiked the Grand Canyon twice in the last 6 years. That's a
I was
That's
gonna
pretty
say
cool.
that's
Yeah, that's
like
amazing.
kind of a random one for me, but that's like something that I want, like with the question of what do you want to do in the next 6 years, like that's definitely something that I still haven't done that I really like, not hiking the Grand Canyon necessarily, but just seeing the Grand Canyon in general.
you gotta
yeah.
hike it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
would like to hike it too, but yeah, just in general, like one of my coworkers was talking today about how his family is going to do a trip this summer to see the Grand Canyon. He was like kind of underwhelmed about the idea, and I was like,
Yeah.
What?
I was
No,
like,
it's
no.
amazing.
I was like, everybody says it's like
the
beyond
most amazing.
hype. Like, so that's something that I really want to make sure I do. The next 6 years would be nice. I also,
You gotta plan it in advance. If
You've
you
done a
are
lot
gonna
of.
hike it.
yes,
You've
I'll
done a lot
I'll
of
be
do all the
travel in the last
stuff.
6 years. Sandy, I'll be asking you for lots of advice, so don't worry. I have done a lot of stuff in the last 6 years. Again, it's hard to think about all of that right now as I'm on the precipice of a move. But the pandemic came at a weird time for me since I'd just been living in Baltimore for 6 months when it started. So it kind of was like, it sort of has impacted my whole time here.
Kind of took the wind out of your sails for a little bit there.
Yeah,
Right.
It sure did.
Yeah.
And it prolonged this time I spent here, I think, too. I think I might not have stayed 5 years if it hadn't been for that. But maybe I would have. I don't know. I will say the biggest curveball, not to take a super depressing turn, but definitely for Alice and me, the loss of our grandfather was the biggest curveball and something that still, impacts us a lot. That was in 2021. And definitely when I moved to Baltimore, I thought about the possibility of something like that happening, but it was not something I was expecting to happen while I was not living in Montana.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it is tough. Yeah, no, I get that. My grandfather died when I was living here, and it was definitely, not ideal.
Yeah.
Which 11 years tomorrow as well, which is crazy.
Wow.
And that was the same year that Zach was born?
Nope, Zach was born a year later.
A year later. I knew it was like the same. Yeah, okay.
And I had this, so Jay had to go back to work, so he left he left to drive home the day before he passed, I think. And as he was crossing the Delaware Memorial Bridge, like from Jersey into Delaware,
Oh, and what did she wear?
he was leaving New Jersey behind. He had like this vision, like he should have a son and name him after my grandfather. And he didn't tell me that. And then the following day, as my grandpa was like, dying, I had this random thought, like, I'm gonna have a baby this day next year.
Oh, wow.
And I did, but then my grandma kept praying, I don't want this baby born on this day. I don't want him to be tainted by this day. And you know what? My water broke right after they finished the dinner that night.
Yeah, it's not
Wow.
too,
Yeah.
like.
But he was born the next day then, or he was born that day?
He was born on the 13th in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So not actually on the 12th.
No.
But yeah, obviously
Yeah.
super.
It's my crazy the universe story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a great story. Well, anyway, dirty Harry Potter pickup lines. Woo!
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's raise that mood back up, huh?
I propose that we do that and we finish the show with that, and we will do the That's What She Said next week.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. We
You want to
can
alternate
go-
reading them? That's
Yes. We can do it in Shandy, Amanda, me, Alice, Martha.
okay.
Okay.
Excellent, because I like number 1.
Oh my God, me
know.
too. It's so good.
Going to bed? Mind if I slither in?
Shandy, you've used that before, haven't you?
Oh, all the time.
That
Yeah.
seemed too
Oh,
natural.
it's like a borderline between like a dirty joke and a dad joke. Like,
That's what I think these all are.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the point.
True.
Dad got drunk. And this is what happened.
Yep. Dad got drunk. Have you heard of platform 9 3/4? Well, I can think of something else with the exact same measurements. Hmm.
My wand, 12 inches, unyielding.
Okay, this one's interesting. Come on, let's do it hippogriff style. Okay, if somebody said that to you, wouldn't that just be like the
Oh,
biggest turnoff in the
Pants
entire world?
drop immediately.
I mean, any of them would be kind of a
Oh, I love that Alice had to read that one.
Well, honestly, that one was just weird.
Interested in making some magic together? My wand is at the ready.
I am just getting some winners here. I like this next one.
Mm.
I've been womping my willow thinking about you.
Oh my gosh.
That is a
Oh.
winner.
Well, here's a tried and true. Is that a wand in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Point your wand at girl's crotch and say, Aloha Mora!
No.
I'd let you handle my wand any day.
Hagrid's not the only giant on campus, if you know what I mean.
You've got 2 choices tonight. Come with me and you'll see love spells. Go with him and you'll see Hogwarts.
Ew.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
That one's a
at all.
thinker.
Don't like that.
Yeah, this one's also a little questionable.
I love
like
it.
it.
I love this next one.
I want to be your Dumble-Whore.
Oh.
Better than the Hogwarts.
Yeah, fair.
I was the one who gave Moaning Myrtle her nickname.
My house is called the Shrieking Shack for a reason. I'll show you tonight.
Oh, God.
Girl, you sure you're a muggle? Because I'd swear that ass is magical.
Oh my God.
Like, chill ass.
Yeah,
chill
exactly. That ass is chill.
I'd like to get my basilisk into your chamber of secrets.
Oh my God.
This next one may be my favorite.
It's pretty terrible in like a really wonderful way. Is your name Felix Felicis? I can never say it. Felicis.
I always thought it was
Someone else say it.
Felicious.
Yeah.
Felicious.
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 Felicious. Which is kind of like feliciate. Is your name Felix Felicius? because you're about to get lucky.
I can be anything you want me to be. I've got enough polyjuice for the whole night.
Oh, that's
Okay,
that's
I
Yeah,
feel like the polyjuice is like the Harry Potter equivalent of like a roofie.
it's not though. Like
No,
it's to make
but,
you
like-
look.
No.
Yeah, like it's like wearing extra makeup or something.
But
but-
it's-
Or it's just rapey in a different reason.
Rapey,
Yeah.
right? I think that's more what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I feel like anytime
it's
you've
like
got a
deep fake
potion
porno.
involved.
Yeah.
All
kind
right.
of.
Well, I think I win the prize for the dumbest one I have to read out.
Excellent. Do it.
I want to stick my sorcerer's stone in your chamber of secrets and release the prisoner of Azkaban into your goblet of fire, giving the order of the phoenix, making my half-blood prince rise and give you the deathly hallows.
Oh, they tried real hard.
What?
on
Yeah,
that.
they
It
Oh my
makes
God.
sense.
Sit
like okay,
down.
first of all, referring to your thing as your sorcerer's stone, like that, you're already
It was
lost
all a
me.
huge
Push the
read.
balls.
And then also, yeah,
I don't know what making my half-blood prince
I think it's supposed to
rise.
just be making my blood rise.
Oh, I thought he meant like a
Nah.
half chub. And
Right.
I didn't know
And
what it
give you
meant.
the deathly hallows, like that's supposed to be like
Oh, like
Like
the
an
like
orgasm?
a small
The
death.
O.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
Like,
like that.
are you giving me an STD?
Like a little-
Like,
Yeah, that
Oh.
one,
Yeah,
I
like a
said,
little
I think that
death,
one
like,
wins
yeah,
the
like an
prize for the
orgasm.
dumbest
Oh
one.
yeah, the little death. Nice. Okay.
yeah. All I know is if somebody said that to me, I would fall asleep mid-sentence.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Well, what
they
about
would
this
not
one?
catch. Yeah.
What about this one though? I may
Yeah.
not speak parcel tongue, but if you let me slither into your bed, I can show you what my tongue can really do.
Oh.
Oh.
clutch my pearls.
Your name must be Severus because you're making my prince full blood.
Oh, Colleen liked that one.
Oh my
Okay, next one. Would you like to womp my willow?
Is it my turn? I got
I don't
lost.
know.
I don't know. We lost. the
Yeah,
order.
I think
it's
we
your
lost-
turn. Your turn.
Sorry,
25.
I probably cut somebody off.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you
you're
did.
fine.
We're
I'm
all
gonna
good.
skip
We're all
one.
good.
We did enough parcel tongue, so I'm going to
Yeah,
26.
agreed.
You must have given me some Skelegro because my bone is really growing right now.
Ow!
Oh,
Nice.
I don't have a broom. Can I ride yours?
Nice.
I want to stick my half-blood prince inside your chamber of secrets and release the prisoner of Azkaban to give you the deathly hollows.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
That one, at
Heard
least
you
they
the
had an
first
editing
time.
tool.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, guys.
Okay,
Stop
I'm
trying to make
sorry.
fetch happen.
I'm sorry. I know we skipped the last one, but I do like this one comment. You don't
Go
need
for it.
Wingardium Leviosa to get me up.
That one is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Leviosa.
Very fun. Yeah.
Leviosa.
Swish and flick.
Yes, yes.
Tried and true.
When in doubt, you'll never be lonely. Well, thank you so much for those, Greg. That was really, really fun and a good way to end it. So thank you.
Good way to bring the mood back up a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
for
There'll
sure.
be a heavy hand in the editing for Yeah, don't want to bring it down too much. But I guess that brings this show to a close, this year's crossover. Instead of
Crazy.
two
This was a lot of
1 hour long
fun.
episodes, yeah, we've got one like 2 hour long episode. So that works too.
You know,
Perfect.
if people want to listen to it like in two separate listening sessions, choose
I'll
your own
allow
adventure.
it. I think
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yes.
Even 3,
Yeah.
even 4.
I don't even remember what
You
we
do
talked
you.
about at the
You
start
do
of the
you,
show.
listener.
Oh, we talked about Della wearing her New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Boy, did she wear that thing out.
Yes.
Oh,
But
she
it's
did.
new.
Not anymore. Now it's just a
Yeah.
dirty jersey.
Oh.
Oh,
After she was womping her willow.
Yeah. Get it, Della. Get it.
Full circle.
Yeah. Okay. That low good full circle. So with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Martha, happy birthday again, and have a
Thank
great
you.
move.
Happy birthday to Zach.
Alice, thank you. Alice, I love your pink.
Thank you. I appreciate that too. It doesn't need this isn't the room that we're trying to paint soon.
Okay.
why would you? It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Never change.
Thank you.
But yes, enjoy your, I guess, quiet and cat time for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, thank you. I will. I'm enjoying it very much so far.
Excellent. All right, Amanda, Shandy, it's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah. I'll see you next week.
I will see you guys next week when we're live on June 18th at 9:00. And I'll put together that quiz. Yay!
Yay, quizzes.
Yay, quizzes. Okay, on that note, though, thanks everybody for listening. Appreciate it. Thank you to the patrons, especially the contributors contribute at a certain level, and that be Eckhart, Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. If you'd like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/Jay and Jack. If you have any feedback, thebroadcasters3@gmail.com or give us a call 331-276-2373. And if you have any feedback for Alice and Martha, we can certainly pass it along that way. Or if you're listening because you came over here from them, you can send it to them and maybe they'll pass it our way. Yes. I don't know how you guys are going to check the broadcast email, but we'll figure it out. Is it the real weird sisters at gmail.com or real? It's just real weird sisters.
Just real weird sisters at Gmail.
Okay.
Yes.
I only typed it out yesterday 3 times. You think I would remember it? But anyway, yes, thank you. Thank you as always for joining us. Let's do this next year and not wait as long.
It's on the calendar.
Absolutely.
Shandy's birthday next year, next February.
Yay.
Sounds good.
And then we'll move up to May for Alice's birthday.
Right.
After that, I don't think we're ever going to do it in July, Amanda. So pick an honorary birthday.
Yeah, it's too fun. It's fun.
Okay. Okay. On that note, my name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
I'm Shandy.
I'm Alice.
And I'm Martha.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.